We're living in noisy times, and not just the kind of noise you hear in traffic or from a neighbor's lawnmower at 7 a.m. This is a deeper kind of noise, the digital, emotional, and mental kind that follows you from the moment you wake up to the moment your brain finally taps out. We've never been more connected, more visible, more on, and somehow we've also never felt so disconnected from ourselves. The age of spectacle, as Debord warned long before social media was even a thing, isn't just entertainment anymore. It is the fabric of our reality. Everything's a performance, everything's content, and every scroll is a transaction. What used to be occasional escapism has become a full-time lifestyle. And in that space, our obsession with the superficial, the loud, and the viral isn't just a quirky cultural flaw, it's a symptom of overstimulation. We are drowned in content, in comparison, in noise. Information overload isn't just an idea anymore, it's our default mode. There's always more to see, more to buy, more to fix, more to chase, and all of that more slowly eats away at our capacity for clarity and calm. Even the sharpest minds get pulled into hours of content that offers no real thought, no challenge, no substance, just routines, fake perfect lifestyles, or ultra smooth one-liners about manifesting your dreams. And sure, it's easy to roll our eyes, but modern life is emotionally exhausting. Anxiety is everywhere, uncertainty is constant. Relationships feel increasingly disposable, and most of us are bombarded by messages, ads, opinions, and updates before we even have coffee. In that chaos, sitting down to really think, to reflect, starts feeling like a luxury. Thinking takes time, energy, and courage because it forces us to sit with uncomfortable questions. Who has time for that when everything screams performance, speed, and instant results? So distraction becomes a kind of emotional anesthesia. Shallow content ironically does its job well. Historically, culture gave us structure, religion made suffering meaningful, politics gave shared direction, and science gave hope. But now, religion has scandals, politics feels like a circus, and science, as amazing as it is, gets drowned in noise, bureaucracy, or straight up misinformation. The symbolic world lost its weight, and in that vacuum, what's left is the hunt for stimulation. Not truth, not meaning, just sensation. Bauman nailed it with liquid modernity. Everything moves, nothing holds. The future feels like a threat, the past feels heavy, and the present is a storefront. Consumption stops being just about stuff and starts being existential. We buy to feel real, we follow to feel included, we post and like and comment just to feel something. Influencers aren't just internet celebrities, they've become modern mythology, symbolic stand-ins for what we've lost. The girl with the aesthetically pleasing morning routine, the guy with the gym sculpted body, the couple that never fights, they don't need to say anything profound. Their image alone tells us everything the system wants us to believe, that you can be happy without thinking, have value without depth. When this becomes a mass phenomenon, it reshapes our values, alters our sense of reality, and impacts how we think, vote, and live. The content we consume doesn't stay on the screen. It seeps into our habits, opinions, reactions. Over time, it shapes character, and not always in a good way. People who feed only on shallow entertainment tend to lose their edge. Critical thinking weakens, the ability to recognize manipulation gets fuzzy, and they fall for slogans instead of substance. This spills into voting. We choose leaders based on charisma, aesthetics, or catchy taglines, not ethics or ideas. Politics becomes entertainment, and entertainment doesn't care about justice, it cares about audience numbers. The pattern repeats in consumption. We don't buy what we need, We buy what's trending. Intelligence gets replaced by trend, discernment by hype, and in that shift we lose something essential. Less thought means more manipulation, which means more distraction, more shallow content, and the cycle keeps spinning, and the system loves that. A population that doesn't think is easy to steer. The obsession with the shallow isn't harmless, it's useful. It produces the perfect citizen for the status quo. Reactive, passive, overstimulated, emotionally exhausted, addicted to dopamine and distracted. That's the distracted mind. So when it comes time to make real decisions in parenting, voting, or just living with integrity, the emptiness hits hard. Distraction is never neutral. Debord said we don't live, we watch. This whole distraction culture isn't random. It's a carefully designed system. While we fight over nothing on social media, the real structures remain untouched. The energy that could create change gets wasted in drama, fake scandals, and hot takes that disappear in 24 hours. Hannah Arendt saw this coming. She studied Eichmann, a man who committed terrible acts not out of passion but out of obedience and thoughtlessness. She called it the banality of evil, the idea that true danger can come from people who simply never stop to think. For her, doubt wasn't weakness, it was life. Thinking hurts. Yes, it shatters illusions, but it also sets us free. The opposite isn't peace, it's blind obedience. And still, despite all the noise, there's silence somewhere. Despite all the scrolling, there's still attention. Even with emptiness, there is meaning. All of these take something rare. The willingness to slow down, to be misunderstood, to go unseen. Because sometimes, to stay relevant in what matters, you've got to be invisible in what doesn't. The system doesn't fear superficiality, it feeds on it. What it does fear is the person who stops, who breathes, who doubts, who creates, who resists. That kind of person, even alone, is powerful because they've reclaimed their ability to choose. And in a world that rewards distraction, choosing depth is an act of rebellion. Thinking is political, choosing what matters, even when it doesn't shine, is resistance, because in the end, what saves you isn't what numbs you, it's what transforms you.